Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. This time it's a match preview for our game against Stoke City on Tuesday night. Unfortunately Jake can't be on this preview because he's still currently on holiday and he's quite busy at the moment, so I'll be doing the preview for today. It's my first time doing a preview for on this channel myself. But yeah, for this game coming up against Stoke, to be honest, both teams are very inconsistent at the moment. Well, we currently sit 12th in the league, Stoke currently sit 19th, so both teams aren't doing particularly great. Both teams need to bounce back. I'm sure Stoke, I think they lost to Blackpool in their last game. I think it was an away trip for them and they lost to Blackpool. And obviously we lost away to Blackburn as well. So for both of us, it was not the best performances from either teams. Especially from us. I thought first half against Blackburn we created a few chances. We were decent going forward. Creating chances for us to try and score, which we did manage to do. Second half, it was a bit dead really, nothing much really happened. Blackburn decided to play better, they made some changes, and then they grew into the game, and they started playing a lot better in the game, and they created a lot more chances in the second half, and then that led to the 89th minute winner, which, that just says where we are at the moment as a club. Have we really, we can blame the owners all we like, but, Martin is the one that sets up the team, sets up the system we play, sets up the tactics, sets the formation up. He's the one that picks the players. So I think if we lose to Stoke on Tuesday night, then unfortunately he might have to leave. He might have to, because I don't really see how we've improved since last season. I don't see how we've really improved, because we are a mid-table side at best. There's no chance of challenging for playoffs, especially with our current form. So yeah, against Stoke it's going to be a tough game. I think we could potentially get a point in this game. I don't see us winning. But yeah, going on to injuries for both teams. Yeah, the only injury for Swans is obviously Stephen Bender, our keeper. He's our only injury at this moment in time. And yeah, for Stoke they've got two injuries. One of them is Josh Tyman, their fullback, who's got an ankle injury, and also a player which we all know about. Most of our fan base can't stand him because he always scores against us. And I also can't stand him as well. That's Sam Klukas with a back injury. So those are the two injuries for Stoke. But yeah, on to the key players of both sides. For Stoke, I've heard it's 3 players. 2 of them mainly on experience, and then the other one is just a player that I personally really like, and I always have liked. So 2 of the players that I've gone for that quite experienced is Phil Jagielka. Obviously spent many years in the Prem with Everton. Also played for Sheffield United for a bit as well. And obviously at the moment he's at Stoke, so I think Stoke have got a really good defender there. Obviously, yeah, he's aging and he's getting on, but he's still a good defender to have around, have around the dressing room, especially with all the younger players as well. The other experienced player I'm going for is Dwight Gale. I loved him when he played for West Bromwich Albion. I thought he was a great player there in the Championship for them. He's been around the block a bit. I remember him playing with Crystal Palace back in the day. He played for Newcastle only a few years ago. So yeah, he's been around the block, but he's still an experienced player, and he should be a striker getting 20 goals plus, especially in the Championship. And a player that I've always really liked for Stoke is Lewis Baker, the midfielder. Very creative, very similar to our Matt Grimes in a sense. The way he passes the ball around, creates chances, scores goals, which I'd like to see Grimes do a bit more of that, to be honest with you. But yeah, those are the 3 players I like for Stoke. But for us, it's quite hard to name some key players at the moment. As I said, our form hasn't been that great. But I think if I had to name some key players, I think Joel Perreault would have to be a certainty. No doubt about that. He has been quite inconsistent this season. He hasn't scored as many goals as he did last season. And it has been quite tough for him. We're not creating as much chances for him. We're not whipping enough crosses in for him to put away. And we're not creating much chances for him, to be honest with you, and that's probably why he's not scoring as many goals. But yeah, I'm going to add him as a key player. I also go for Matt Grimes. I think he's I think he's number 1 ranked, the best. For the player having the most key passes in the Championship, I think. So and yeah, he's been incredible for us this season as well. Matt Grimes, he's been absolutely insane. Honestly, I love the guy. But and I'm also going to go for Matty Sorinola. It was a shame not to see him start against Blackburn, because he was our best player by a country mile against Blackpool. I don't know how he didn't start against Blackburn, really. I don't know what Martin was thinking. But those are my 3 key players for the Swans. Going on to the lineup I'd go for. Well, I'm not going for 5 at the back. No way in hell am I doing that. Yeah, so I'm going to go for a 4-3-3. I'll obviously play a cam, 2 strikers, 3 midfielders, and then 4 at the back. In goal, Andy Fisher. Right back, I'm going to go for Matty Sorinola. Left back, I'm going to go for Ryan Manning. 2 centre backs, I'm going to go for Cabango and Harry Darling. Yeah, I was thinking maybe put Norton in there for experience, but I'm going to go for Harry Darling and Cabango. In midfield, yeah, you have to go for. You know what? I'm going to put Incham in there. I think he deserves a shout. You know, Joe Allen, he's been good for us, but, you know, I think he's going to start getting tired. Obviously, he is aging now, so he will start getting tired now because he's playing a lot of minutes. So, in the midfield, I'm going to go for is Grimes, Fulton, and Incham. And in the cam spot, I'm going to put Ollie Cooper. And then 2 up top, I'm going to go for... I'm going to put Morgan Whittaker in there. I think he deserves a chance. And then Pro up top with him. So, yeah, now onto my score prediction. As I said, I'm not too confident. Stoke, you know, they could possibly get a goal, and it wouldn't surprise me at all because our form's horrendous. So I'm going to go for Swansea City 1, Stoke City 1. I think Whittaker will get a goal for us, and I think Tyrese Campbell will score for them. But thank you very much for watching this preview. I'll be back on Tuesday night for the matchday vlog for Stoke City. So stay tuned and thanks for watching.